one-day babies.
Yeah, no shit. Agreed. Agreed. So you moved this weekend.
I moved.
How was? Oh,
Okay.
I don't know. How was the move? Yo, moving is never fun.
Moving's never fun, and it was you know, it got insanely hot. It was over 100, I think. It had been over 100 one of those days.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried to like take it easy, like do small loads and not push myself too much. But you know, you're still like moving furniture. I don't even bruise easy. Check that shit out.
Oh, sheets and crackers.
Right?
Yeah.
I had like a bruise, like almost like a baseball hit me or something there.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
Yeah. So, but it's done. That's what matters most.
Good. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
A little bit closer to my son, closer to the studio.
Yeah. All right, good things. Man, I used to, up until probably about 6 or 7 years ago, I don't know, I had this thing where I would move like every year.
Every year?
Almost every year. Jimmy will tell you. Like, right, I would just bounce around all around town and, all these different spots. I mean, those are some pretty cool spaces. But I've settled down now. Yeah, absolutely. So, I know what moving can be like. That's a bitch. So sports fans, we had a lot of stuff going down this weekend, and it's baseball, basketball, soccer, and now tennis. The Orioles had a pretty decent weekend. We'll be talking about that in a little bit. We all had some free agency moves jumping off. Kicked off yesterday?
Yeah. I think the official signing is like Saturday, but like they're already making moves.
Right. So we got a lot of moves have been made. It's just amazing to me how one player can just cause a whole entire shift, a complete ripple throughout the NBA. But we'll talk about Kevin Durant and Kevin and them a little bit later on as well. United States women's soccer team, they got a game tomorrow. We'll be talking about that. Okay. All right. Wanted to start the show off by talking about Wimbledon.
Yeah.
Wimbledon started today, and everybody knows that's going down in the land of fish and chips. It's one of the most
fish and chips.
Yeah, fish and chips, yo. One of the most traditional tournaments out of the Grand Slams. We got the cute little white outfits and all the tradition that comes along with that.
Did you turn it off?
No, I didn't. There we go. Excellent. There we are. Well done. Okay, so
musical microphones.
Yeah. So so Wimbledon kicked off today, and we got off to a pretty awesome start. We got a big first round loss already. My girl Venus Williams went down in the first round, 39-year-old Venus Williams got taken out of Wimbledon in the first round by, now this is the first WTF of the night, 15-year-old Coco Gauff. So, this is a stunner for everyone. And I'm telling you, outsiders, you better take the name down, recognize, because this might be the new deal. It's so crazy. I was looking at this girl. She kind of reminds me of a little Venus Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. She's got a nice size. She's man. I mean, it's crazy. She's got a nice stature, she's got a nice game, and not only was the world stunned, I mean, she was stunned. After she, won her match, she fell out there with tears. I mean, homegirl was ranked number 313. Yeah.
Wow.
So, she's about to take a humongous jump in the rankings with that win, man. And pretty awesome. And congratulations to her. I mean, she was the youngest player since 1991 to win the first round.
Wow.
And I bet that was probably, what? No, 1991. Maybe that was a Williams sister, but no, it wasn't them. I'm going to check and see who that last player was.
You know who also went out today?
Naomi Osaka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Girl.
Yeah. Yo, man, I hate to keep beating the dead horse, but you know, that WTA women's side of tennis was just unbelievable.
The women's side, because the men, like, the stalwarts just keep on going on.
Yeah. And as Mark just said, Naomi Osaka went down as well. She beat Serena at the Aussie.
I think so.
Yeah, recently, won the Australian Open, and no, she didn't.
No, she didn't
beat Serena. She beat somebody else, but what was it? Last year or 2 years ago, she won the U.S. Open against Serena.
Yeah.
And you know, we had been keeping an eye on her, so that's kind of a bit of a surprise, and she lost to, gosh, I'm gonna try to pronounce this, Jelena Putintseva. She's like 24 years old, and you know, she won in 3 sets. So we've got a couple of big greats, a couple of heavy hitters, you know, going down early in Wimbledon. So you know, that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, it's in every tournament, like the women's side, we're always saying how exciting it's going to be because we get these upsets.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what Venus is looking like. She, you know, we all know that she had an early exit in the French Open, and usually when Serena goes down early in one tournament, she usually puts that pretty strong in the next one. So I'm looking to see a big push from Serena in this Wimbledon tournament.
When does she play? Do you know?
She'll probably play tomorrow. Yeah, they always try to get, you know, Venus and Serena opposite draws to get that, you know, chance at that epic matchup at some point in the tournament. So I'm expecting her to play tomorrow. We'll be keeping an eye on Wimbledon all this week, and next Monday we'll have a lot more to talk about, you know, as the tournament goes underway. What else we got coming up tomorrow? There's another big game tomorrow for the soccer fans. The U.S. women's national team will be taking on England in the semis. Man, it's cool. Another big game for United States. Another good matchup. They beat France in the quarterfinals 2-1. Exciting game. You know, a lot of us didn't get to watch it because it's, you know, this is the thing about the World Cup that I can't stand. I tried to, Outsiders, if y'all know a good site where I can stream, because I tried to stream Fox Sports, man, and that shit was booty hub.
Was it?
They might be the booty hub pick of the week. Yeah, I didn't get to watch the game. I was all prepared at work to watch the game, and I didn't. You know, so videos Outsiders know. Freddie, Erica, if you know a good site for me to stream this game tomorrow, yo, let me know. So yeah, as I said, big game tomorrow for United States. Fun fact, no team has reached the Women's Cup final 3 straight times. So, you know, this is big. This is huge. And the winner of this game will be taking on a very good, the winner of a very good Sweden team versus you know, pretty decent Netherlands team as well. So, you know, that final, you know, whoever makes it is going to be pretty sweet.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. What's your prediction for tomorrow? You think U.S. is going to be able to kick that thing?
Yeah, I have every confidence in the U.S. women, but I do kind of wonder, with it being in Europe and England, last year they were so jazzed to see how far the men went in the Men's World Cup. Maybe that gives them a little bit of extra fire to say, you know, the women can do a little bit more better, and maybe push England past. I don't expect it to happen, but I think it will be a great game.
And England has pretty much cruised up until this point. You know, they had some pretty decent wins against Cameroon, I believe, as well as Thailand.
Yeah.
I don't think their road was as tough, you know, as was with the United States, but you know, they've been cruising as well. And you know, the United States has just been playing really fantastic, man. You know, my girl Rapido. fucking going to the White House. It's been jamming, She's really been jamming.
And she's like just that face that women's soccer needed in America. I mean, and look at the history of them. And maybe we'll just pick it up after.
Yeah. You guys hold that thought, Mark, please. And when we come back, we'll keep talking about the women's soccer team, and we're gonna get into the basketball. So don't go anywhere. Just a bit outside.
Whoa. The moment my son saw a redwood tree.
It's huge!
Is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing.
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Join the Just a Bit Outside crew every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
You want to start off?
I think I'll get it out of the way on a who's not.
Okay, do it.
The Orioles.
Right.
They got swept by the Royals. They lost 4 in a row, and the last 5 games have all been decided by 1 run. The game before, or the last game that they lost before the Royals was the Nationals, and it was Weeders, of course, won with a home run.
Hit the home run.
Right.
They were going into that National series. It seemed like they were doing so well, and they just crapped out. They got that game postponed, so who knows when they're going to replay that or play that game. That's my first not for the night.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and weigh in on my who's not, and I'm going to talk about the San Diego Padres.
The Padres. That's okay. You just took my answer.
They're in last place in the NL West. They've lost 8 of their last 10. Their run differential is a negative 65, which is just horrible. So when you have, well, let me just talk about run differential a little bit. It's kind of like the
how much you're winning or losing your games by, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. It's like the margin of victory, kind of.
Right.
So when you're in a negative number, that means that you're
then your average game you're losing
by a whole lot.
Right.
I mean, a number like negative 65, this early in the season is pretty rough.
That's
and
horrible.
The pitching numbers pretty much support this stat right here. I mean, the team ERA is 4.70, which is 26th in the league. They have 126 walks allowed. They acquired Jared Weaver in the offseason, and he really has not panned out. He's off to one of the worst starts in any of the pitchers in 2017. He's 0-4 with a 6.05 ERA. In May alone, he already has 12 earned runs in May. And, another one of their pitchers, Clayton Richard, he's 2-4 with a 4.34 ERA. And, in May, he has 6 earned runs and 12 innings pitched. So they're not pitching well. And on top of that, they are also not batting well.
Right. But it kind of sucks because Manuel Margot is doing pretty good. His the past few at bats, his last.
Join the Just a Bit Outside crew every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
Whatever happened to the times when we cared for one another? We shared the same respect. What is happening? We're trading what's important for shiny things. I can't allow this blasphemy. It's blasphemy. Why would you treat yourself like that? We didn't come this far just to fall right back. I'm from I know you like to turn up like that, with a drink to pull up like that. Well, baby, there ain't nothing wrong with that. Just make sure the God in you stays where it's at. You're the rising sun of a new day begun. Grind on till victory's won. I pray you do your thing till earth and heaven ring. Just don't forget where you come from.
Let me talk to him. Oh, you ain't know? You ain't heard it before? That spirit you take for granted is the God of your soul. It's a price that you owe. It can never be owned. So for this valued dollar, it can never be sold. We were kings and queens in the motherland. Problem is we shouldn't have spared the rod or the father's hand. Yo, where the fathers at? Kids raising kids. So basically they never really raised but more assisted. Thrown to the system for criminal definition instead of dreaming for better and taking care of your business.
Like the one thing you always gotta remember is people gonna try to project their insecurities onto you. But you can't listen to what them niggas saying. You gotta get out here and do your shit regardless. You gonna do what you love for the rest of your life anyway. So why not turn that shit into something? Be a man of everything you say. This shit bigger than me, man. Like yeah, I'm good and all that, but you know what I mean? I ain't shit without y'all. So no matter what you up to, just go hard. Don't matter. Can you imagine how really having nothing is? Stomach growling, you ain't got no food in the fridge. Surviving on a jail diet of water and bread. No father figure, that's cause my father dead. Mom's bringing different niggas in and out the crib. No money, so you seen it's less than all your friends.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
We're rewarding you for something you already do. Listening to us. It's radio loyalty.
Watching us on Facebook, on YouTube. Check us out every Monday, all throughout the week. Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. Share the link, share the love. And we were talking some Women's World Cup.
Yeah. You are thoughts.
Yeah, Megan. All of a sudden, she's blown up and just become like the face that women's soccer in America needed. Like it's had figures before, like Brandy Chastain in the past, that really put a stamp on it. But she has just been amazing. And she has the skills to back it up, because in that France game, she got the 2 goals.
Yeah, yes, I said it. She's on fire right now. And, I mean, come on. Don't we all love a person who has 0 bucks?
And the pink hair.
Hey, fully, full-fledged in woman gear there.
Yeah.
And so, I totally agree with you with that. I mean, she's a lot of fun. She's got a lot of scrap up in her. And she's definitely what United States women's soccer team needs to keep fans interested, keep fans engaged, and rooting for them, man. So, I wish them nothing but the best. I really hope that they go all the way, because I know the haters are lining up, man. I know they're lining up, waiting for them to drop the ball, for lack of a better word. But I think they're gonna take this game, and they're right on back into the finals, man. I mean, they just look so sharp and they're fearless. I mean, you've got people they're at like this big ass conundrum of who should actually be starting these games, because you have so many wonderful players.
Yeah, and I know like they got a lot of hell for that 13-0 win over Thailand, but that's what they're there for.
Exactly.
They celebrate grinding it into the Thailand space, and what they didn't show on TV is after the game, like they were all hugging and shaking hands with each other. So they were.
Yeah. I mean, when it comes to these world tournaments, really sportsmanship is the first thing.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn what the media tries to spin, what they try to say. You know what I mean? Sportsmanship always comes first. And no, they'll never show, all of the other aspects to it, because they want to sell a story.
Yeah.
So, like you said, tomorrow, 3 o'clock, USA versus England. Let's go U.S.
Let's go U.S.
All right.
I got a thought that just popped in my head.
What's that?
Megan Rapinoe, she's a little bit famous for saying F the White House. She's not going to go. Some people were giving the Toronto Raptors hell for possibly not going to the White House. They're from Toronto.
Right. And you know what? Our president hasn't said the most wonderful things about their, who is it, Prime Minister?
Yeah.
Mr. Trudeau, who actually...
Justin Trudeau, yeah.
Yeah, who actually like and enjoy.
Oh, yeah.
So, that doesn't surprise me at all. But since Mark made this wonderful segue into the NBA, let's get into it. Last Monday, while we were having our show, right before we had our show, right after we had our show, a little bit during, they had the NBA honors.
Yeah.
And, big win for Giannis and big win for the Milwaukee Bucks. He is the first European player to get the big MVP since Dirk Nowitzki in 2007. So,
wow.
That's big. And, and another fun fact for the outsiders, first player to win MVP after having won Most Improved Player, which I did not even know Giannis had won that in 16-17 season. Yeah, he delivered an emotional speech, man, and, I think this is pretty much solidified. I mean, he was already, scratching at the surface, already crawling up there, but, he is now officially an NBA, superstar.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, you opened my eyes to him because before we started doing the show and everything, I was like, okay, this guy, whatever. Mm-hmm. And he didn't really pop my radar. But, he definitely deserved the MVP. And dude's awesome. I love watching him play.
Yeah, the question I kind of wanted to pose for you as well as the outsiders, there were a lot of people, there's some population. So the MVP basically came down to, him and James Harden of the Houston Rockets. And there are, believe it or not, there's a population of people out there that believe that Harden was robbed. How do you feel about that? I mean, Harden had a pretty decent season as well. He led the league in scoring, and he led the league in scoring handedly, by at least 8 points per game, on average. He had a 61.6 shooting percentage, and he had a good. Good season as well. Now, granted, they didn't go as far in the postseason as the Milwaukee Bucks did, but how do you feel about that? I mean, do you think Giannis's award was deserved?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I've been a cheerleader for Harden for the whole show.
Hey. Yes.
And something happened with Harden this season. I don't know what, but the MVP is also, it's not just the numbers, it's the intangibles. Mm-hmm. And Giannis was, doing the damn thing. He was the leader of the Bucks. And Harden, while he was the leader of the Rockets, there was always just something missing. Mm-hmm. And it really popped up in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. And no, I don't think Harden deserved the MVP at all.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose you can... I can see where the Harden fans are coming from because, without Harden, honestly, Houston Rockets would be shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And, and it's kind of crazy. When it comes to MVP, it's the most valuable player of the team. So, there's always that team aspect that comes into play. So if your team doesn't, go too far in the postseason, at least to the, conference finals, you're gonna fall in those rankings. Milwaukee spent a good deal of the season at the top of the Eastern Conference, but so did the Houston Rockets. The first half of the season, James Harden was a heavy favorite to win MVP again, and as Mark said, there's that one thing that's missing on the Houston Rockets, and later on in the show, maybe the next segment, if we can if we get into that. I'd like to talk about the Houston Rockets and what the hell is actually going on with them. I mean, you know, we talked about how this free agency thing kicked off, and there were a lot of moves that had been made, but there are a lot of moves that were made that I was seriously like, what in the hell? And Houston Rockets team organization was one of those. But what we're going to do is we're going to go to break. When we come back, we're going to get into that free agency, man, and all the fantastic things that happened yesterday and that are on the horizon for some of the players. So don't go anywhere, outsiders. Just a bit outside.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com. I was meeting with a friend yesterday, and I've gotten to the point where don't ask me a question because the truth is going to come out. And
exactly.
Just don't do it.
If you ain't looking for the truth, don't come to me.
Don't do it because I can't hold my tongue. And she wants to be this stylist, boutique, but you're not doing anything in that nature, and I can't take you seriously if you're not doing those things. And I understood why people didn't take me seriously because I found myself in somebody else's lane. I was good at what I was doing and what I wanted to be, but I wasn't doing it for me. So how can I ask you to take me seriously if I'm living in somebody else's shoes?
And nobody can do what you do, and I think that that's a big problem that people face now. Like, you see what somebody else is doing and you want to do that when that's not your lane.
That's not your lane.
That's not what you're supposed to be doing.
But it's popular, it's getting that person money, it's getting that person applause. Oh, I want applause. I want money. Let me stand over here behind them.
And then a lot of times people aren't honest with themselves either. Like, I was thinking earlier today, I've been woke for almost 2 days, so so you get honesty, yes. And I was thinking, like, you know,
the Artist Exchange Radio.
And it's an easy way for you to get free stuff. All you do is sign up. Go ahead and click the banner now. You'll earn points as you listen. Points you can trade in for great products and services in the Radio Loyalty Store. You can earn even more points when you share your favorite station with friends on Facebook and Twitter. Radio Loyalty. It's free to sign up, so click the banner to join now.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Howdy, you like sports? You come to the right place. Welcome back, Just a Bit Outside Radio Show, BeExposedRadio.com. Thank you for joining us each and every Monday. We were just talking about the NBA, but let's give a little Orioles update. They're down there in Tampa Bay playing the Rays, where the Rays are playing the worst team in baseball. This series, they're giving away tickets for $2.
Are you serious?
I am serious. $2 to go see the Rays because no one attends the Rays games.
Yeah.
And the Rays are up 1-0 right now.
Oh yeah, well that's no so. Well, we'll talk more about the Orioles a little bit later on. They actually had a pretty decent weekend. But let's get back to the hard court. We were talking about the NBA when we left off, talking about the MVP race between Giannis and the Beard, James Harden. Score now 2-0. Tampa Bay, awesome. And big congratulations to Giannis. I think well deserved. I think to me the biggest thing about Giannis was, as a young leader, what he was able to do with such a young team and how far they were able to go.
Yeah.
I mean that was very very impressive. Houston, they had they had some veterans. They had veteran leadership on the team. You know what I mean? And Giannis and the Milwaukee Bucks didn't have that intangible asset, and they were able to do a whole hell of a lot with it, man. And I think it was well deserved. I mean, Harden's my guy too. He's my keeper on fantasy league the past 5 years. So he is my dude. But definitely big ups, shout out to Giannis. Also want to, this was like a European kind of night for the NBA honors because Luka, he won Rookie of the Year. I think during last Monday show, I was talking about the race between him and Trae Young. of the Atlanta Hawks, and big shout out to Luka for being able to edge Trae Young out to win that Rookie of the Year. I mean, he had a fantastic season as well. I'm pretty sure he would have liked to win a little bit more than he did, but hey, Rookie of the Year, that's fantastic awards. Great for the resume.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So let's talk about this free agency. Man, things have gotten wild and crazy, and I think the best thing about it is the NBA has just gotten better. I mean, in the spirit, in the aspect of competition, yes, the NBA has gotten better. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's talk about the biggest move out of them all. It's got to be Kevin Durant leaving the Golden State Warriors, turning down what they offered him to go to the Brooklyn Nets. For those of you who did not know, you're probably like, the Nets? What the hell? I thought it was going to be the Knicks.
He was attached to every single team in the league over the last 5 days, and I'm pretty sure even the Washington Generals were trying to get him so that they could finally beat the Harlem Globetrotters. There was one that I saw that KD and Kawhi were going to go to the Lakers, team up with LeBron. Of course, like you said, KD to the Knicks. KD was attached to every team.
KD to Toronto. I was actually gotten to DJ Delight.
Yeah.
Mike, man, we got into a heated debate. He's like, man, he's going to Toronto. I'm like, now why the hell? To me, that just did not make sense. I mean, Kawhi isn't a definite for that because we're still waiting on him. He's the last major piece. I think him and Clay, everybody's waiting to see what the hell is going down with that. But no definite Kawhi. I'm pretty sure he could go there and be like the lone, mega star and be worshipped by everybody. But is that what KD really wanted? You know what I mean? Is KD really worried about another championship? You know what I mean? I question these things because to me, his best bet to win another championship would be to stay with Golden State Warriors.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And the thing about injury, and I said it when he went down, it is a crazy thing. It does not just affect the player physically, there is a mental aspect, and the way that Golden State did that thing, and the whole way that thing went down, I'm telling you guys, it left a bad taste in Kevin Durant's mouth.
Well, something that a lot of people have been talking about is that KD is going the LeBron route, in which LeBron had a lot of pot stirring in LA. He's looking at post retirement career and everything, and so he moved his base of operations to LA. And they're saying KD's doing the same thing. His agent and all his representation is based in New York.
Yeah.
And he's thinking about post-playing days and setting up base in New York.
And I believe him and Kyrie Irving did the same thing. They dropped their agents. Yeah, and this is the crazy thing. You know what I'm saying? Because when Jay-Z was a partial owner, basically like the face of the, Nets franchise as far as ownership was concerned. He came up with Rock Nation, which was the sports management agency. So what he did was I guess he disbanded or whatever from the Nets because there's a conflict of interest. You're not allowed to do that, basically. And I think we all can understand why. But I just find it so funny that both of these players dropped their agents, signed to Rock Nation, and then went to the Brooklyn Nets. I'm not saying nothing about Jay-Z now and what his business practices are right now. But man, if that don't smell like some fishy lake trout kind of stuff to me, I just do not know. And okay, so then there's the other piece for you guys that did not know. Kyrie has left Boston and is now a Brooklyner. Him, Kyrie, KD, and then, oh my God, and round out the three-headed monster with DeAndre Jordan. Man, that is to me, that is some sweet shit right there. I like it. I like it a whole lot, even though I'm not a huge Kyrie fan. I like what they're trying to do. Yeah. We got a couple of comments here. It says KD has operations in New York City. Yeah, we just talked about that. But, I don't know about you, Mark, but this setup just shifted everything.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, Giannis, Milwaukee, y'all my boys and everything, but be on notice. Toronto, be on notice. Philly, be on notice. You know what I mean? Like, we talked a little bit, over the weekend, and I was saying, look what Brooklyn did, this past season. They made it to the postseason, and they did the damn thing. They didn't go deep, but they shocked some people, and they didn't even have what they got now.
Yeah.
And
all due respect to Paul Gasol, who wants to stay in Toronto, if Kawhi leaves, you got to think.
Get the hell out of there.
Brooklyn is the front runner for the East right away.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm almost ready to put my money on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, KD's, future, rehab, we all know that's up in the air. And this is another question that I'd like to pose to the outsiders and also to you, Mark. How far does the Nets go? You know what I mean? This upcoming basketball season. Without KD.
Oh, without KD?
First. Yeah.
I think they could still at least get to the conference final.
Mm-hmm. You think so?
I think so.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say sure. Why not? You know what I mean? Kyrie is pretty capable.
Yeah.
As long as he stays healthy. I don't think that he was happy in Boston. I think he'll be happier in Brooklyn, and a happy player is a better player. And I like the tandem between him and DeAndre Jordan. DeAndre Jordan still got a little left in the tank. We got some more comments?
No, I was just looking.
Okay, cool. Conference finals. Ooh. I like it. It could be done. I would like to see how the rest of the teams, shape up over the summertime to see what the exact competition is.
Yeah.
But hell, it could very well be a Brooklyn Milwaukee, Eastern Conference Finals, and I would rather enjoy that.
With both teams like relatively no injuries, like equal ground. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. We got Harry. What about the Sixers? Okay, so I'm going to talk about that also. They were able to lock down Tobias Harris, which I think is really huge for them, and something that they needed to do, especially since Jimmy has just gone down to the Heat.
The Heat. Yeah.
Right, and apparently Jimmy Butler wasn't happy in Philly, and like I was saying to Mark offline, I don't know if there's a team out there that can make Jimmy Butler, happy.
Jimmy Butler's not even happy in his own house.
Yeah, but Harry, to your comment, yes, I do believe that the Sixers can be an Eastern Conference contender. This will be the second round for this particular core, minus Jimmy Butler. They got stunned in the postseason, this past year, and I think that they'll be ready and they'll be wanting to make a statement in this upcoming season. We still got Embiid, we still got the Aussie, Simmons,
Wasn't there talk that they could actually trade Joel Embiid? They were talking about it.
If they do that, I swear to God, I don't know. But I've seen dumber things happen in the NBA. But I wouldn't think that Philly would try to do that, because we just went through this whole 2-3 year of trust the process. You know what I mean? So let's trust the process. Let's keep the team together.
Yeah.
And let's give it one more go to see what happens. All right, but don't work out, then let's shake things up.
Yeah.
Harry
says don't sleep on Indiana.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I don't give a damn about Indiana, because I was tricked by the Pacers 2 years ago, and last year they just fell flat.
Yeah. And honestly, I think Indiana is kind of like Houston. They're still searching for that one piece that will make them legit. And granted, they got a tough break, no pun intended, last season when Victor Oladipo went down. But you know, I still would like to see them. You know, they could benefit from a Kawhi.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like, I would like to see a player like that go to Indiana before I actually take the Indiana Pacers seriously. There was another team that I wanted to talk about with the free agency moves. Oh, you know, let's just spend, I don't want to spend too much time, but I'd like to spend like 1 minute to talk about the New York Knicks. Okay? You know, I mean, they have seriously been the NBA joke of this decade. And, you know, just when you think like the Knicks can't get any worse or like you just can't laugh at them anymore, like, yo, they pulled this whole thing, you know, I guess, I don't know if they got in their feelings or whatever with this whole KD trade, but somehow it got out that, you know, the reason why there wasn't an offer put out to KD was because they didn't, you know, they weren't really that interested in him.
Yeah.
Which I think is complete bullshit. You know, I mean, we spent a good deal the second half of the season talking about KD to the Knicks. You know, and yeah, he did get injured and everything, but, you know, honestly, don't act like you know, don't do that.
The Knicks are just such a shit organization.
Right.
They got that fine for the for banning the media guy,
Yeah.
and they have like no priorities. It's not even that they don't have their priorities straight; they have no priorities.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you know what? Like, your organization has gotten so bad, it's going to be seriously hard. And I feel horrible for RJ Barrett because he's a great player. But he's got some shit days ahead of him because it's going to be really hard to attract players to come play to this organization. Because, I mean, let's face it, it's not good enough for you to be playing at the Garden anymore.
Can they send them down to the G League? The whole team?
Right.
The whole organization?
Right. Okay, we're told we got to take a break. All right, we'll, you know, pay these bills. When we come back, we're going to talk more about the Knicks and free agency, Golden State, Houston. So don't worry about outside. We'll be right back.
First they love you, then desert you, leave with a plate full with no spoon. Ain't no space, I can't escape negativity. I got used to the taste, I've been bad, burned, then fucked over. But remain strong through the Passover. Kicking haters out of the way like masked over. Roll up, sip something, let it pass over. Who would I be? It ain't the man to me that let the next man take advantage of me. When that storm come, no pan I see. Get with it, not without it, then you'll see. I beat the haters, they know I'm greater. That's why they buzzing for the elevator. But I can't save it, it'll be too loud. On the pedal stool, don't carry favors. Always got your hand out demanding favors. When I just looked out, now you need more paper. I can't breathe, give me 3 feet. I never let y'all be the death of me. When my patience run thin, yeah, nigga OT. Cause they wanna see me down like I'm NCT. 6 words, get the fuck away from me. Say I help you out if you can help yourself. I keep it G till I DIE. Now excuse me while I get back to PC. HOP ain't losing sleep while your third eye always on me. I'm steady green just to feed the team. My boo, she know that I'm king with chasing my dream. These niggas it seems I rip them, trash them, then put on new jeans. Man, see the problem is, man, you know, I keep it 100, man. You know what I mean? Like, if I got it, then you got it. You know what I mean? But if I don't got it, then I'ma give it. You feel me? But I definitely got you through the ride, man. Let's get it, yo.
I'm really getting tired of ungrateful ass niggas. They really about to turn me to a hateful ass nigga. Like I was never there when you never had figures. Pull triggers for you niggas when you caught up in the trenches. Man, I really don't get it. I don't know what's going on.
You use Tearless baby shampoo because it's gentle on your baby's eyes. You make sure his toys don't have any sharp edges. You always test the bathwater to make sure it's not too hot. You taught her what to do when the smoke alarm goes off. You make sure she wears a helmet when she rides her bicycle. You put on his sunscreen, even when he's embarrassed his friends will see. You do so much to keep your child safe. But are you using the right car seat for your child? Is your child facing the right way in the car seat? Is the seat too big or too small? How do you know when it's time to move your child into the next type of seat? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Protect your child's future at every stage of life. For information on the right seat for your child, visit safercar.gov/the right seat. That's safercar.gov/ the right seat.
A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Having trouble finding Connor's middle school? Would you like directions?
No, why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with him over homework.
Home walk restaurant. Need a review?
No, I need help. He's very smart, but his mind wanders. He's disorganized.
I think I understand.
Oh, good.
Finding best potatoes for French fries.
No!
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Outside Radio Show. Joining us each and every Monday. Share the link, share the love. Doing some NBA free agency talk.
Yeah, we were just talking about the New York Knicks and, just how the franchise has really fallen from grace over the past couple of years. And, like I was saying, I really feel sorry for R.J. Barrett because from Duke, who just got drafted to the organization. Because, man, like I said, the way that they just do business, this was going to be really hard to attract players to come to that franchise.
Oh, for sure.
And to put a team together. I continue to say it, the front office needs a complete facelift. And, until they do that, things are just going to stay the way it is up there in New York.
I really thought they were going to turn around when they got rid of Isaiah Thomas, and they just proved that they have no idea.
God, remember those days? Remember how horrible it was then? that was just the walk in the park,
Little sexual harassment and those were the good old days.
Right. Now that's funny in itself. Sexual harassment was the good old days. That's how horrible they are now. Shit's nuts. But all right, so let's keep it going. We just talked about all of these moves on the East Coast. Let's talk about the West Coast. Looks like they're breaking up the team over there in Golden State.
A little bit.
Iguodala is gone. KD is gone. Clay is still up in the air.
I heard that Clay is going to resign.
He is going to resign. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, good for them. Now, this is another question that I've been, thinking about with everything that's gone down with Golden State and everything, and with their recent loss in the finals. Is Golden State still the golden franchise?
Absolutely.
Think so. Outsiders. Sure. Is Golden State still the golden franchise? You know what I mean? After they handled the way that they handled things with KD, and he's definitely not going to be an advocate for them.
They're going to have some of their core players that were even there before KD.
Right.
And they're bringing in some youth.
Right. So it's my understanding that they are trying to lock down D'Angelo Russell.
Yep.
Which I think would be a good look for him.
Absolutely.
D'Angelo, he had, he was with the Nets this past season, and he had a fantastic season as well. So, after, abruptly leaving the Lakers, to be able to come back to Cali, that would be something else.
Yeah. It's interesting, how the Nets acquire KD, and in order to clear the cap space, trade D'Angelo to the Golden State Warriors.
Exactly.
It's almost like a trade for KD.
Right. Good move or bad move?
Good move. Yeah. Absolutely.
So, is it still the golden franchise? I guess we could.
Was it 5 straight finals?
Yeah. Yeah, they still got the legacy stamp going, you know what I mean? And, you still have one of the best players in the world there with Steph Curry, and one of the best defensive player in the world with Draymond Green. There's still a lot to watch out there in Golden State. But, I just got to tell you, with all of these other moves, there are franchises that's not going to, Golden State's got to be looking over their shoulder. You know what I mean? Because, when you got, a franchise like the Brooklyn Nets that just pulled off what they pulled off, there are other teams out there that's going to be like, hey, man, we can do this shit too.
Golden State just can't rest on their laurels.
Yeah, absolutely.
So how long was KD with Golden State? 2 seasons?
3 seasons?
3? He got 2 Finals MVPs.
And
he
didn't get it this one.
No.
So 3 seasons?
Yeah, 3. Yeah. Is that worthy of Golden State Warriors retiring his jersey? Because that's what they're doing.
You know why they? No, it's not. Okay.
They thanked KD for his service and promised to retire.
Well, you know why they did that. You know why they did that. I mean, they basically, you know, screwed up the rest of this man's career, yo. But you know what I'm saying? That I guess that's in their mind, that's the next best thing that they could do for this guy. You know, other than a million apologies.
Sorry, Kevin.
Right. I mean, like, yo, Pelicans got JJ from Philly. Ooh, we got a Duke banging down there in the 504 with JJ Redick and Zion, yo.
Wow.
Yeah, more moves being made. Thank you, Harry. But damn, that thing rocked me so much. What was I just saying? But
Golden State.
Golden State, yeah. They've got to be looking over their shoulder right now. 2 minutes, okay. All right. The next team that I wanted to talk about, and I'm going to spend this last 2 minutes talking about this, is the Houston Rockets, yo. Houston Rockets, I mean, they pretty much broken up the team, or, you know, because they sent Clint Capella, and they sent Clint Capella. I believe Trevor Ariza is gone as well. So they basically blew up the team, you know. And to me, this is a head scratcher for me because, and some people might want to fight me on this, but go ahead and fight me. To me, the problem wasn't the players, yo. It's ding-dang coaching, yo. Honestly, I think it's the coaching.
Yeah.
I think they need another coach. You're not addressing your issues right now, but you know you've had good players and you've let go of good players. I would not have let go of Clint Capella.
What's that Nimrod's name? The coach?
D'Antoni. Yeah.
Like, I was a huge Suns fan when he was there.
Sure.
And he did that team wrong. I hated him when he was at the Lakers.
I hated it when he was with the Knicks.
Yeah, dude is just like, no. I hate D'Antoni. Like, hate is a strong word, and I cannot stand the man. But I do think the Rockets are really trying to make things right. Book it, 2019-2020 champions. They signed Austin Rivers.
You know, and Harry's on here talking about Harden on the feed earlier. He said Harden doesn't play defense. I don't necessarily think it's about Harden playing defense. He's being run by, you know, the team is being run by a coach that is not known for defense. He's a straight offensive coach. Yeah, you'll run the points up and it'll be a lot of fun and to watch. It'll be a fast-paced game. But you're never going to make it deep into the playoffs not playing defense.
I'll give D'Antoni credit for putting together a team that can play and get to the playoffs, but never, ever win a championship.
Right. Absolutely. So, you know, I don't know. I mean, you know, Houston's leaving my head scratching. I think that's the change that they need, but I guess they just don't want. So, you know, and you know, that shit will just keep playing until D'Antoni gets out of there, in my opinion. But you guys, we're going to take another quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about some other stuff. Talk about some baseball, give you all some booty huffs, and what the fucks. So don't go anywhere. Just a bit outside.
Listen to this flashback of Skyline Radio Show.
So where we at? Where we talk about the effects and what's going on in these schools?
Yeah.
And what people don't understand. Just real briefly, I just want to talk a little bit about what people say bullying is or is not. So bullying comes in many forms. It's a teasing, it's the cyberbullying, it's the texting, it's the phone calls, it's the posting of pictures and people's personal information to pretty much cause them harm, to have them feel insecure. It's the sex assaults that people actually put out there. There are physical assaults, and there are mental assaults and emotional assaults. And what I like to remind individuals that any aggressive behavior towards anyone that is unwanted and unwarranted, and an individual asks you to stop. Let's stop there. Stop.
And they should be respecting that.
Respecting that and respecting yourself, because when you're able to respect another person, you're able to respect yourself. Right. And the way that you're able to show that respect is that you know that you have a gift and you know you're uniquely made and that you matter, and then you also acknowledge that the next person beside you matters as well.
Right.
You know? And we lose that sometimes. Bullying is a behavior that underestimates the lives and legacy of you. I'm sure when they was bullying me, and I'm sure when they was bullying you, they didn't understand who you're going to become later on. I didn't know.
Right, because I'm popping.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, Just a Bit Outside Radio Show, BeExposedRadio.com. Thank you for joining us each and every Monday, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're watching us live, hit that share button, share the link, share the love. We love getting the comments on the feed and keep that conversation going. We just wrapped up NBA free agency signings that have been fast and furious, not like the movies. But
yeah, speaking of that, you know, I just heard that let's do this. We gotta go just a bit outside for a quick second, yo. I just heard that they are filming a Fast and the Furious 9.
yeah.
Why?
Do you know who joined it?
Oh God, who?
Well, you know, you heard that Vin Diesel and The Rock have beef, right?
Yes.
Serious beef.
Right.
Because he did this like separate movie.
Right, yeah.
Well, I guess maybe he likes being friends with wrestlers or trying to test the waters. John Cena. Fast and Furious 9.
Why are y'all still watching this stuff, man? I just don't get it. How many car stunts or for real? 9? Is this not the all-time longest like movie franchise? Like, so I don't even think Star Wars has 9.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
11 with the one coming up. Yeah.
Well, Star Wars is worthy. Fast and Furious is not. You know, I don't know who's. Please, outside. I would like to know which outsiders are still out here watching Fast and Furious, and please let me know why this is still worthy to have more movies coming out, man. I just really don't understand it. I don't get it.
I think the last one I saw was like 6, maybe.
The last one I saw was 3.
Really?
Okay. Yeah. It only took me 3 tries. I get it. Drive the cars, do the stunts. I got it. I do not understand that.
We'll get back into the swing of things real quick, but talking about John Cena. Did you hear that he was possibly cast in Marvel?
Really? I actually like that better than Fast and Furious.
And it's like a perfect role because it's going to be part of that Bucky and Winnie's
Winter Soldier thing?
Yeah, the Winter Soldier and Falcon Marvel Disney Plus streaming.
Okay.
As U.S. Agent John Walker, which is like the government's version of Captain America.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That's cool. All right, so we went just a bit outside. Let's go back inside. Let's get back to the NBA really quickly. I'm going to give a few minutes to talk about Kawhi. Where do you think Kawhi is going to end up? Now, I've heard that, and I really don't understand. I mean, I guess I understand it, but I don't understand it. I heard that Kawhi has been in talks with Magic Johnson, who is the former member of the front office of the Lakers. Maybe he's trying to get a feel of what the the environment is like. Maybe he's trying to get a feel of what that asshole Pelinka is like. I don't know. What I do know is that Magic Johnson is a hell of a businessman, and I do know that he is sought out across the league from players when it comes to advice, because that was one of the things that he really missed when he was working with the Lakers, that he was not able to give that advice to players outside of the Laker organization. Where do you think he's going to land?
I have no idea. I hope the Lakers. I
think that's his best possible, situation, scenario. I mean, if you could imagine, that's another 3-headed monster for your ass.
And honestly, if LeBron James is smart, he'd realize that's his best chance for another championship.
Yeah, because, we all know, Harry says the Raptors or the Lakers. Yeah, pretty much. Anybody outside of that, I just can't entertain and take it seriously.
Golden State?
No, I don't think that is the environment that he would thrive in. No. You know what I mean? I honestly, as far as the environment is concerned, I don't know if the Lakers are the type of environment he wants to be in. We all know Kawhi is a weirdo.
I told you when we were heading up into the building, Kawhi apparently asked the Lakers if they tried to trade for him when he was with the Spurs. He wanted to know what their interest was.
Well, what can I say? Yay, man, I
Did y'all love me before?
Right. Well, we'll see what happens. He's the big jackpot left, right?
Yep.
Wherever he goes, we're automatically put them into talks as far as, contention for the championship. So, one or the other. He's either going to go up north or he's going to go to the West Coast. I almost feel like he's going to stay in Toronto. They already know and love him there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's a pretty, solid, stable environment. Because let's face it, we got Anthony Davis and LeBron together, but who knows what's going to materialize from that during the year? You know what I'm saying? Who knows if LeBron will stay happy? You know what I mean? They got a brand new coach there. So there's a lot of unknowns that's going on with the Laker organization. And after you've played for an organization like the Spurs, and it's a very blue collar team. They're not really flashy. They're not really in the NBA tabloids or whatever. So I almost feel like he would feel more at home, if you will, with Toronto Raptors.
Probably.
Yeah.
They say he really enjoys the city too. Like he's been all over the city making appearances, which of course after you win a championship you're going to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a comment on there. Someone is interested in where Boogie Cousins goes next. He currently plays with the Golden State Warriors. And this is probably an unpopular opinion as well, but I'm going to tell you who needs Boogie Cousins. Washington Wizards, Joe.
Maybe.
I wouldn't mind if Boogie went to Washington. I was kind of advocating for DeAndre Jordan to go to Washington when he was up for grabs. You know what I'm saying? Because they kind of need a big man. You know what? Let's next show. Washington Wizards fans, I'm gonna dedicate some time to y'all next show because y'all they have pissed me off so bad. I haven't really talked much about them, but I feel like we should go a little bit in on Washington Wizards next show. Let's dedicate some time to that. Yeah, but that Boogie Cousins, he's still decent. He's still good. There's a lot. I worry about his, as far as his injuries are concerned and his mobility.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We've got a lot of young big men coming in that are very athletic, that, they come with a very unique skill set. You know what I mean? Look at Giannis. Look at KD. I feel like the big guys are going more towards that, the trend is going more that way. Zion is a pretty thick, pretty solid dude, heavier than a Giannis or a KD. But, for the most part, they're looking for these big men who can play a perimeter game as well. Boogie's perimeter game is okay, but I think he's at best post up. And as much as I would love that game to, return to the NBA, that's just not what it is right now.
Yeah.
So, I really don't know. Melo and J.R. Smith coming off the bench with Lance Stevenson. Man, I saw a picture of Carmelo Anthony on somebody's boat, and that dude does not look like he's coming back to the NBA anytime soon. You know what I'm saying? He looks like he's enjoying his life right now, and I don't know. I'm not really sure. Did we want Carmelo Anthony to come back?
Didn't he have a shot at the Lakers before?
Yeah, I don't know. Everybody, let's just stop saying that he's going to go to the Lakers because, let's just stop that. You know what I mean? I don't think that will be. I don't think that's what they really need.
Did he look like Pierce did at the OTAs for the Ravens a few weeks ago?
Yep. Yes, he did. He, like I said, looks like he's been enjoying the beer and pizza. He's been on that Kescia diet, and I don't blame him. I love it. Live your life, bro. Leave the NBA behind. You've had your best days. It's over. Honestly. Yeah. Honestly, let's keep the show moving. What we got up right now, man? We kind of cut into our what the fuck moments of the week, but let's get into it. You got any?
Yeah, former Oriole.
Oh God.
Pedro Strop of the Cubs.
Okay.
Yeah, he got in not only a little altercation, had a bench clearing brawl with who was it? The Cincinnati Reds.
Really? Yasi and them.
Pedro Strop hit Yasi Opuig.
Oh goodness!
But it was afterwards during the talking to the media and stuff, and I'll just break it down. He said that Yasi Opuig is stupid as fuck. Sorry, Mom.
Yossi being Yossi, like I love the guy. I love his antics.
Said that about Yossi.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Yossi being Yossi. Isn't that kind of like the opinion around the league that he's just a wild dude? But God bless him. I love him, man.
Yeah.
So he pinged him on, and they got into a little fight over that.
Oh yeah.
Nice. I wish I'm gonna have to. You have to show me that offline.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty. And we all, if anybody remembers Pedro Strop from the Orioles days, we are not fans of his ass. So, I got a kind of a interesting WTF moment of the week. This is from the realm of boxing, indirectly. Legendary heavyweight boxer Vladimir Klitschko was on his yacht in Spain, and it was like, early hours, probably like, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. His family had to be rescued, because the damn yacht caught on fire.
What?
Yes. Yo, it was crazy. That, like I said, they were in Spain, and his luxury yacht, a fire broke out where they were staying. They had to be rescued in the middle of the night. It was a pretty scary thing for them, but I have no idea. I don't see. Apparently, it came from the engine. I'm not really sure exactly what started it, but I think that was pretty wild. Like for your yacht to catch on fire in the middle of the night, out there in Spain, like that's just gotta be scary.
For sure.
Hell yeah. We got any other WTF moments of the week?
Oh boy, do I. Former Kansas City Chief, current Cleveland Brown, which Browns have gotten a little bit of respect for their rebuild that's going on. Their acquisitions, one of their acquisitions, Kareem Hunt.
Oh gosh.
He decided to get into a bar fight in Cleveland last night.
Okay, you guys, for those who don't know, Kareem Hunt used to play for the Kansas City Chiefs, as Mark said. He got kicked off the team and out of the organization after a disturbing video surfaced of him and a young lady where I believe he had pushed her down on the ground and kicked her or some craziness. It was some wild stuff like that, so basically domestic violence. So, he pretty much lost, and, he lost his place on a fantastic organization. Man, they were seriously, to me, like the future of the AFC. And I guess he is just continuing to live his best life through fighting. I don't know, you imagined you dodged a serious bullet with that whole incident and managed to still have a job. Your ass is still
signed to another team.
Yeah, but you are still going out here. He might be, that might be a booty hunt pick of the week as well. We would double up on that joy, man. Because that is really idiotic.
And what's the commissioner's name? Dumbass.
Goodell. Yeah.
He's going to be reviewing it, and I wouldn't be surprised if Kareem Hunt gets a big suspension.
Oh yeah, he'll get a hefty suspension. And
8 games? 6, 8.
Minimum 6. I'm calling minimum 6. We can do a little over under on that in the people poll.
Yeah.
But I am really surprised to hear that, man.
Yeah.
And you know what, Cleveland, y'all put together a pretty y'all got a pretty eclectic group of people on that football field, man. And I believe, are they the subject of Hard Knocks this year?
I believe so.
Oh my God, I can't wait for that.
Oh, the cameras were there.
Oh, please, you know it. Gosh, along with Odell Beckham Jr., you got a lot of personalities in that room, and I'm pretty sure that the Cleveland Browns, as well as the AFC North, is in for a wild ride this upcoming season, man. I can't wait, yo. And for all those people out there that think that Cleveland is really going to do something, send me some of what you're smoking. Because, I'm just not a believer yet. I got to see some games. We got any updates on that Oriole game? Let's see what they're doing.
2-0 still.
Okay, still holding strong. You guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to do a little real long wrestling with Mark Foster, my man. Don't go anywhere, just a bit outside.
This is a Poverty ENT exclusive.
time to go. Nigga chose by another nigga, bitch. Damn, this chopper got 50 round clip. So this Molly and the syrup got me geeking, shorty. Ain't know I popped them Xannies, had them sleeping on me. Loved in a hood full of
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. With millions of YouTube views, shares, Instagram likes, followers, and fans across the globe. But what do all these amazing pets have in common? Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a shelter or adoptable pets near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard? Well, that's entirely up to you. Visit theshelterpetproject.org and hear more about Hamilton the Pug, Toast, and Keyboard Cat's amazing adoption stories. Start a story. Adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Your perfect pet is just a click away at theshelterpetproject.org. A public service announcement.
Well, let me tell you about this. Tyler, okay, told Oprah, bitch, if you don't have my money, we're going to have a problem. Ooh. Oprah said, what is the problem? Ooh. You said if I don't have your money, there was going to be a problem. So Oprah is standing her ground like.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back. This is the Outside Radio Show, BeExposedRadio.com. Thank you for joining us each and every Monday. Share the links, share the love. We just finished up with some Orioles talk, some baseball talk, and on that tip, we want to give a big condolence to the Los Angeles Angels, who lost 27-year-old pitcher Tyler Skaggs today. He was discovered deceased. Nothing's really come out, whether it was natural or any other circumstances, but they canceled their game against the Rangers today, and to feel for the organization.
Yeah, I mean it's always tough when you lose a player, and especially tough in the middle of the season. And I really don't know too much about Tyler Skaggs, but that's just a hard pill to swallow, man.
Yeah.
And the fact that must have hit that ball club pretty hard, because they canceled their game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's something that I don't know if I've ever heard of that.
They lost a player 10 years ago too, just during the middle of the season.
Really?
Yeah.
Oof.
Scary.
Yeah. Yeah, so, heartfelt condolences to, Skaggs' family, as well as, LA and the Angels organization, man, because that's rough. That's rough. Let's keep it moving. As promised, guys, Mark Foster's favorite segment of the show, Real on Wrestling. What's happening in the ring, yo?
This has been like a crazy...
You've been doing some posting.
A crazy busy week for wrestling news.
Yeah.
Because there was a couple days there, like my YouTube notifications just kept on going off, like new videos popping up, people talking about stuff. So first off, I'll start off Saturday night, All Elite Wrestling. They put on their second official show. It was a decent show, watched it. Mm-hmm. And for what was presented as a pay-per-view, they did it free.
Okay.
To kind of get people's interest in watching. They had, I think most of the matches were really good. There's a four-way between Hangman Page, Jungle Boy, which Jungle Boy is Luke Perry's son.
Really?
So,
okay.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of great that he is finding success so soon after his father passed away.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jimmy Havoc and MJF, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, we're all in this match, and I'm gonna tell you, like, MJF is a future star in this like entire industry of wrestling.
Dig it.
Because he's a natural heel, a natural bad guy, but he does what's called kayfabe. He is that person all the time.
Really?
Like if TMZ catches up to him, he's that person.
Really?
Not just in the arena.
He stays in character the whole time.
Yeah, he's
That's
like,
wild.
if you're blind, deaf, dumb, and stupid, my name is Maxwell Jacob Friedman, and you're not. And like, he's just like a cocky, arrogant son of a bitch, and you want to like deck him.
Yeah.
And he's so good at it. And he's only 23 years old.
Oh, really? So he's gonna be around for a little while.
He's got that charisma, for sure.
Nice.
I'd say he's like one of the best parts of All Elite Wrestling going right now. One of the big things that came out of this pay-per-view that really has a lot of fans talking, though, was at the end of Cody Rhodes' match with, I forget the kid's name. He had a really just bloody, or not bloody, but a violent match.
Okay.
And at the end of the match, Cody picks up the win, and Shawn Spears, formerly of WWE, jumps in the ring with a chair, clocks Cody in the head with the chair, and it like catches the back of his head.
Yeah.
And just like slices it open.
Really?
Which, of course, in the world of sports, CTE, concussions are a huge bone of contention. WWE banned headshots with the chair a long time ago.
So what was the result of that?
Fans bitching on the internet.
Really?
Huge. And there's like, it's funny because some people are like, oh, it's just a chair shot. Like, you know, the forbidden name in WB, Chris Benoit, multiple concussions, autopsy studies showed on his brain at death, his brain was like that of a 90-year-old man from all these concussions.
Holy crap.
So you never want to see these headshots.
Right.
And like he had a like literally you
gash.
could see not just a gash, like a fold of skin hanging. Yeah. Oh, I should have like screenshotted and sent it to
no! I'm glad you did. Yeah.
12 staples. So.
Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, it's pretty large.
That was nasty.
So let me ask you: is there a concussion protocol in wrestling?
WWE does.
Okay.
And in fact, they kept Daniel Bryan out of competing for like 2.5, 3 years because of multiple concussions that he had, and he kept going to his own doctors to get himself cleared. And
That's
finally,
not good.
well, because WWE was so not
it.
wanting to be tied to like him having something seriously go wrong.
Right.
So finally, he convinced WWE to have his doctors take their doctors take a second look seriously, and finally got him cleared. And he's doing a great job in the ring. But any like tiny little bump that his head, like they
sustains,
they'll pull him off for like the next week of shows just to make sure that he's not concussed. But All Elite Wrestling, with them being new, I don't know what their protocol is. I'm sure they have one. They said that he does not have a concussion, thankfully.
Right.
But another shot like that, man.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
So is there like I know there's summer event that's coming up, right? What is that?
For WWE?
Yeah.
SummerSlam coming up in August. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have there been any talks about that?
The biggest news in WWE, which I posted on the page, is WWE has had declining ratings. They had a pay-per-view last Sunday, not last night, but a week ago, where they had to tarp off half the arena because tickets just didn't sell.
Really?
The attendance was that bad. And whatever they're doing just isn't working. And Vince McMahon, he's like the end-all be-all of WWE. All stories have to go through him no matter what. And finally, it looks like they're changing their tune. And suddenly they announced that Paul Heyman, former owner of ECW Wrestling back in the 90s, Eric Bischoff, former guy that ran WCW back in the 90s, hired them. Paul Heyman's going to run Raw. Eric Bischoff's going to run SmackDown. And this is not storyline. This is like serious office jobs. And what's really incredible is that Eric Bischoff, he had all that success on TNT networks with WCW as an executive producer, director. He's going to be working with the Fox executives as SmackDown transitions to Fox.
Fox making moves, man.
Yeah, October.
Yeah.
That's when it moves over there. And Fox wants a real sports feel to it, so apparently Fox is getting really involved with WWE. They have 2 new cameras that they're going to introduce to WWE to really get that feel. Yeah. It's going to be interesting. What's up?
I just found I had a booty hug pic, but now I got another one. That's funny. Yeah. So, okay, all right, cool. What's going on with my ladies of wrestling, man? Ain't nothing going on with my girls?
They're kind of chilling out.
Right now?
Yeah. It's weird because in real life, Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins, they're both the champions on Raw, women's champion, men's champion. They're a real life couple behind the scenes, and suddenly that's being played out on TV. And so they're feuding, their feuds are becoming intermingled. The next pay-per-view, I think, they're going to have a intergender tag team match with both titles on the line.
I'd like to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, there you have it, Outsiders. That's your Real on Wrestling for the week. When we come back, we got our Booty Huff and Come Through picks of the week. We're also going to talk a little bit of baseball. We're going to get into the Diamond, talk about the Orioles. They had a pretty decent weekend here at Camden Yards. So don't go anywhere. Just a bit outside. We'll be right back.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on 2 things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You are now listening to Just a Bit Outside, the sports radio show at BASportsRadio.com. Come join us every Monday night from 8 to 10 p.m. on YouTube, Facebook, or BASportsRadio.com.
So we had a lot of things going on.
Mother's Day, Major League Baseball, pink bats, pink outfits.
Yeah. They certainly did the mothers good. They don't show them justice. Like Jimmy said, the pink bats, cleats, all types of pink highlights in the major leagues. The Orioles were swept by the Kansas City Royals.
Wah, wah.
The Kansas City Royals. Thank you, Eric. Kansas City Royals is they're one of the worst teams in the major leagues baseball right now. Yeah, so that was a little tough.
Yeah, so the Orioles no longer have.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Back, Outsiders. Just a bit outside. Kescia here with my main man Mark, getting it in. rounding third, heading for home plate. We're on the final stretch tonight, yo. Shit's wild. So my favorite section of the show we have is the Booty Huff and Come Through Picks of the Week. So before I do that, let me give you guys a few scores on tonight's games. Cubs are on the road in Pittsburgh playing the Pirates. Pirates are winning 7-4. Orioles are trying to climb back into it with the Rays. They are now down 2-1. Brewers and the Reds, I bet that's a pretty decent game. That's 1-0. Not too many baseball games going on tonight.
Yeah.
It's wild. All right, so as promised, yes, our Booty Huff and Come Through Picks of the Week. I have, and also let me do one correction before we continue. Harry, thank you for that. Hard Knocks is not featuring the Cleveland Browns. They damn sure should be, because especially now since I know that it's the Raiders that they're featuring. HBO plans on featuring this season.
They got some characters.
Yeah, but no. Okay, and I'm pretty sure that they are, with the whole imminent possible move, franchise move, and everything like that. I guess that's what they thought was attractive and sexy. Yeah. But man, I mean. If you would ask me, Cleveland Browns would have been the way to go with that one. I mean, God, that shit's like liquid gold right there. Yes, huff that booty. All right, what's up, Lonnie?
That's a whole other show.
All right, so listen, my Booty Huff pick of the week, and this is funny and not funny, but it goes to the New York Mets. I mean, Jesus, what is going on with these New York franchises, yo? They are just horrible. I mean, the Mets have had a horrible season. I don't even think we got to get into it last week. Let me just tell you what they did last week. They had a rain delay, right? So a fan gets on Twitter and, asking an innocent question. You know what I'm saying? He does something like, hey, at New York Mets, how's the rain delay going? Probably wanted to update on if the damn game was started. Yo! Their social media team got into their feelings and clapped back at this guy like, it would be a lot better without you or some shit like that. And it was like, dude, what? You know what I'm saying? The poor guy was like, what the hell,
the same day that the Knicks got in trouble for their media shenanigans, the Mets got in trouble too for media shenanigans. Well,
the shenanigans just continue up there in New York, man. So the latest embarrassment, the New York Mets, over the weekend, they honored the 1969 World Series championship team. And, they did this video montage, of players who had passed away up until this point that was part of this team. Well, a part of this montage, they had 2 players on there that are actually still living. You know what I'm saying? So you reported 2 former players of your organization to be dead that were actually still alive. Now, I'm pretty sure that these 2 particular players had family, had friends at this game, because they're probably like, hey, I'm getting honored. Come on out. Can you imagine the horror on these people's faces when they're like, yo, this person is dead? Or maybe this was somebody that you didn't really keep in contact with, and then they're reported as dead, and you're like, yo, what the hell? And they're actually living? I mean, to actually be that player that you pronounced dead, and you're like, dude, I mean, I may be on my last limb, but I'm still here. You know what I mean? Don't put me away yet.
Gramps looking good for an old man.
Right.
Dead man.
That shit just rocked me, man. That just took away everything that I wanted to do before and just catapulted itself to the forefront with that one. That shit is wild. I'm sorry. That was.
It was.
You're dead to us. Oh, me or the Mets? It might not be me.
That's what the Mets were saying to the players.
Oh, you're dead. That's a whole fuck up. Yes, I don't know how they did that, man, but I thought that was hilarious. So who you got for Booty Huff?
I have something similar, but it's far more serious, and you gotta wonder who the hell's running these scoreboard compilation things. Chicago White Sox.
Oh gosh.
They put up a screen of famous former Chicago people, famous people of Chicagoland. There's Pat Sajak, Orson Welles, And then for some reason, they throw up Emmett Till on the scoreboard. Emmett Till, 14-year-old, God, she's hiding her face. 14-year-old lynched, who was integral into into the civil rights movement, horrified the nation. Hey, let's throw him up on the scoreboard.
I'm sorry, because that whole situation is no laughing matter, but how do you mess that up?
There's no excuse.
Yo, whoever did that, you should be fired. Video montager from New York, you should be fired. Chicago White Sox player, you should be fired. That is one hellified screw up.
Yeah.
Wow. Why had to hide my face on that one? I had to creep down. Wow. Yeah. I think these are two legit booty humpers, man. We came through on that one. All right, so speaking of come-throughs, who do you have, excuse me, as the come-through pick of the week?
Come through for me was, I didn't want to go too easy, but I mean I had to because on the Orioles, when teams are down, every team has to have representation at the All-Star game, and everyone kind of assumed it was going to be Trey Mancini, but John Means, he's been pitching his heart out, and he got the call, and John Means going to the All-Star game for the Orioles.
That is fantastic because we all know, seriously, the pitching alone could be the booty hump pick of the season.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny that Mark said this, and, we always vibe, and it's a good segue to my come-through pick of the week, which was actually the Baltimore Orioles.
Yeah.
For real. I mean, it was a great weekend at the Yard. We had Cleveland Indians in town. They had some awesome giveaways. Friday, they had the bucket hat giveaway and the fireworks. Saturday, they gave away the jersey. I went to Saturday's game.
Where's the jersey?
I was gonna wear it. But I didn't want to do too much with the hat and the jersey and everything. So I'm shouting out Morgan and Coppin today. Shout outs to Coppin for the awesome T-shirt, and my man Steve up there at Coppin Sports. But it was Morgan Day on Friday when they had on Saturday. Excuse me, when they had the jersey. So I attended that game. But the Orioles have been getting their heads kicked in all season. But, this particular weekend, I don't know if it was something in the water. It might have been some crabs they ate or something. I don't know. They played some ball this weekend against Cleveland Indians. Friday, 13-0.
Yeah.
13-0 game, shutout game. And just when we thought that, that would probably never happen again and how awesome that was.
When I saw you were at Saturday's game, I was like, oh, you should have went last night.
Right. I was walking into the game like, well, I'm glad I got this jersey because I know these motherfuckers ain't going to win today. But much to my surprise, they run that joint right back with another 13-0 score, man. I mean, pitching all the way came through. I mean, Saturday's game, Andrew Kashner was dealing. He's just so inconsistent. I just wish I could.
Inconsistent. He's 8-3.
Is he 8-3? I mean, he started off a little bumpy. Though.
Yeah.
He did. He started off a little bumpy. So it sounds like, okay, 8-3.
Or 9-3 now, maybe.
Well, it might be 9-3 now. It looks like he's kind of settling in.
Oh, yeah.
And he might be, can we say that he's our guy?
Could be.
Between him and Means.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I'm going to look up Means' record offline.
I'm not sure. But
I'm really surprised that he got that nod.
I know when he came in, he was brought in part of the rotation, worked his way up into starting, and got an All-Star as a rookie.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah,
and kind of, and then let me just do like a come-through if I will, like a sub come-through. I'm going to have to do that series, the Indians-Orioles series itself because, Sunday, I mean, it was just, to me, it was an exciting series. Sunday, Cleveland won their game 2-0. I mean, that has to have been some type of history-making type thing.
It was.
Well, okay, but because I don't know any, I'm a lifer Oriole fan. And I can't remember the last time that's happened when all 3 games on a weekend were all shutout games.
Well, I know this is the first time any major league team has won in a shutout with 13 or more runs each game.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, but that's got to be a series history mark on as well. We'll have to check that out. So, did you do your? Oh yeah, you did your come
Yeah.
through. I did my come through. Well, then there you have it. It was Booty Huff and who came through for a week. Let's keep it going. Talk a little bit. What else I got on the? Oh, okay, yeah. I wanted to talk about the Major League Baseball has been trying to expand the brand, if you will.
Did you wake your ass up early for the games in London?
No, I did not. So yeah, they were in London this weekend with two of its biggest franchises. Of course, they're going to try to put their best foot forward with these games, and rightfully so. They picked a good series. Yankees at Boston, Red Sox. Yankees put the smack down on them pretty. It would have seemed like from the highlights and stuff that I've seen like all weekend.
Well, you know that first game, the first inning alone took
6 damn runs
each.
Yeah.
The first inning took an hour.
Yo, I actually, you know what? I watched the at bat for the Yankees in the first inning, and it was like 6-0, and it was only 1 out. And they had pulled. I can't remember who was pitching. I think it Pomerantz, maybe for Boston. Whoever it was, I mean, they pulled the guy in the first inning. And I cut that shit off like, man, it ain't gonna be nothing to see here. But the Yankees have been smoking right now. I mean, they've been smoking with the wins. They've been smoking with the home runs. I think they've broken a record with consecutive games with home runs.
Mm-hmm.
Last time I checked, it was at 27. I believe after this weekend, it probably had like 29, 30, if you will. And we say all the time, in the beginning of the season, the Yankees were struggling a little bit. They dealt with a lot of injuries, in particular with Giancarlo and Aaron Judge. Is Aaron Judge back? I think he's back now. He's set to come back very soon.
Yeah, very soon if he's not.
The Yankees are settling back into form, and they're trying to take control of that AL East. Tampa Bay is kind of falling from grace a little bit. They had a stronghold on the AL East for a little while. And, the Orioles are just being the Orioles. Down there at the bottom, 29.5 games out of first, I believe.
Yeah.
And, it's just really not a whole lot to talk about, as far as the future of this season. I mean, it's pretty much, a done deal at this point.
Oh, for sure.
Brandon Hyde has been, it seems like he's at the point of desperation with trying to find out what the mix is for his organization. I mean, man, people are coming up and down like every day. You know what I mean? And, my heart goes out to Brandon Hyde because it just seems like he hasn't been able to find, that one, the lineup that really works, and two, like the set of players to consistently to stay on the team and be there.
Yeah.
I mean, gosh, we're calling up pitchers. I mean, I was watching one game, and I believe it was either Palmer or Dempsey that was talking that the pitchers, they have a text message group, and it's kind of like a support group because they've been, interchanging. They've been, demoting and promoting pitchers so often, and the frequency has just been so crazy this season that they have a text message group where they've been keeping tabs with each other, giving each other support. Because I mean, a lot of what we don't realize is, when you're getting moved up and down, not only is it like a team change, but it's like a whole entire life kind of change. For you now. Granted, our AAA team is not, it's close. It's down in Norfolk, but I mean, you going back and forth between, Baltimore, Virginia, and sometimes this might happen right after a baseball game. There have been pitchers that they say, they're going one way in the airport, and the other pitcher is coming the other way, and they see each other in passing, like, damn man, keep your head up, or damn man, good luck, or whatever, and it's been an interesting season for the Orioles and the Oriole fans, man, and hopefully, we'll find that combo that works and that makes everybody happy.
It's funny that you bring that up because tonight's starting pitcher Eshelman, it's his first game.
Yeah.
In the majors.
And I'm going to read up on this guy because I have never heard of him. You know?
From what I understand, he was picked up in the Astros organization by, what's the GM's name? Elias. Mike Elias. And he was very familiar with him, so he picked him up not too long ago, a couple weeks ago, I think. And now they brought him up to the main roster for the Orioles.
And I guess I could say, like, the Orioles, people say that the Orioles have one of the better farm systems in the Major League. I don't know about as of late.
Not for pitching.
Yeah, well, you know, a couple of years ago, we had a pretty good farm system. You know what I mean? And I'm just like you said about the pitching, I'm just wondering what is going on with the pitching. And, you know, we have a new pitching coach this year.
Yeah.
You know, and maybe he's struggling to find, you know, that core that really works, and, you know, also feeling out players and what their strengths and weaknesses are as well. But, I mean, you know, to say the very least, you know, along with the losses and the amount of home runs, it's just been a really bumpy ride for the Orioles and the pitching in particular. You got a comment?
It was about Aaron Judge earlier.
Oh, what?
He's back, but
Yeah.
Stanton's injured.
Yeah, I saw that, man. I mean, you know, but hey, I mean, they're still, Yankees can survive with one or the other.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, clearly. So, you know, later on in the season, when they both get out there at the same time, it's just going to be shoo. They're going to make a lot of people unhappy. How much time we got left?
Less than a minute.
Less than a minute. All right. Well, we all know that the Orioles are playing Tampa Bay Rays. Do we have an update on that score?
2-1
score
still.
Again? Still 2-1?
Top of the fifth.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll keep an eye on that. So we're going to go to commercial break. When we come back, we're going to put the baby to bed. Just get outside.
If I sit around, hold up, look. If I sit around, hold up. Yeah, rebel rap. Let's do it.
If I sit around, I'ma smoke some more. Wasn't even thinking about smoke before, but I'm in my head and I'm in the bed. Don't know who I am, like I'm wearing a mask. Working mode, tell him where the cash. If you wear the cash, tell him where the cash. If you playing for you, gon' run it back. Don't make promises, but I promise that. Don't promise me, cause I ain't into that. Fell in love with that and got hurt from that. Now it's all over and the curtains back. Can't see you not noticing that. I'm letting it go, it ain't holding me back. Yeah, I'm on dice, but ain't come for the crack. Drinking with uncle, we only do jack. How I'm alive, I thank God for that. Praying about it, things getting better. Open it up with my name on the letter. Why you crazy about it? Saying whatever, you shy to be you. You know you gotta be you. Sometimes I need privacy too. Yeah, you know I ride. You know I ride. And you know you ride for me too. Yeah, you know I. Look, you like getting that hit for real. When it's me and Murray, just us, we chill. I'm in a rush to get off to get you. Never ever had to floss to get you.
Like the one thing you always gotta remember is people gonna try to project their insecurities onto you. But you can't listen to what them niggas saying. You gotta get out here and do your shit regardless. You gonna do what you love for the rest of your life anyway. So why not turn that shit into something? Be a man of everything you say. This shit bigger than me, man. Like yeah, I'm good and all that, but you know what I mean? I ain't shit without y'all. No matter what you up to, gotta go hard. Don't matter. Can you imagine how really having nothing is? Stomach growling, you ain't got no food in the fridge. Surviving on a jail diet of water and bread. No father figure, it's cause my father dead. Mom bringing different niggas in and out the crib. No money, so you seen it's less than all your friends. But it a joke because your mother was a crackhead. Older sister hoeing off, giving all the homies head.
I could wait for your response, but they let her hear me talk, so I'll just wait for the applause. I always knew that I was great, I got them haters so appalled. I'ma make it out the darkness, and my word is my bond. Delivering these bars while I'm gripping on my balls. Jealous niggas hate to see you succeed, so fuck them all. I'm the master of my destiny.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, Just a Bit Outside Radio Show. Thank you for joining us. It's been a Monday. Man, how long has it been since we didn't have a guest?
I don't know. We've been kind of jamming with that.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
But it was a great night.
Yeah. We always chop it up, man. Always chop it up. It make it easy for us when a lot goes down. You know what I mean?
That's for sure.
Yeah. So you guys kind of wrap things up. Up and coming, we got some more guests lined up for you guys. Next week we have the Easy Jackson coming through. He is a Baltimore favorite. So he'll be coming through to talk a little hip hop, talk a little sports, and he's a funny guy. So I'm really looking forward to that interview. Artscape is coming up in a couple of weeks. That's a big thing in Baltimore, and can't wait to talk about and cover that. The Major League Baseball All-Star Weekend is around the corner as well. And really quickly, Mike Trout turned down the home run derby again. Really? He's never participated in one. He's kind of like the LeBron James of Major League Baseball, for real. And I can't for the life of me figure out why he won't compete. I want to read more up on that. But I just saw today that he declined to be in the home run derby again. I would love to see him in the home run derby.
Yeah.
I don't know what's up with that. I mean, when people do stuff like that, it makes me think they be punking out for real. I don't know. Come on, Mike. Don't be afraid, homie. You crush them.
He wants to save that power for when it counts.
I guess. Whatever. You don't want that pickup truck or that check? You know what I'm saying?
I think he got a nice enough check this year.
Yeah. No shit, man. Right. He got the big payday. He probably like, man, I don't give a damn about nothing. I wouldn't.
He's like, I'll cover the winner's purse for the derby.
Ain't no shit, man. He must enjoy himself. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But so we got a lot of guests. I am desperately trying to get back on the road, man. There's some more ballparks. It's just been a crazy summer. Hopefully towards the end of the summer we'll have another big announcement as far as the show. Show goes. We're working on a lot of things behind the scenes, guys. Please believe it's crazy because we still have our full-time jobs as well. I don't know how the hell we do it. But I want to thank everybody for coming through tonight, chopping it up with us. All of our usual suspects. We got one last comment. Doesn't want to mess with his swing.
Maybe Chris Davis needs to enter the home run derby.
He's actually not been doing horrible.
Yeah, he got a single the other day.
Yeah, the giveaway was his number, so that was kind of like thanks type of deal, but yeah. Outsiders, I want y'all to have a great week. You know how we end this show. Baltimore, spread love, yo. Y'all have a fantastic week. We'll see you next Monday.
Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July, mother.
Get some cookout.
Are you thinking about getting your GED diploma? Well, here at the GED Pep Talk Center, we've got a number of pep talks that can motivate you.
Sometimes things don't always turn out the way